they keep on, because people are not just going to sit there. Now, how many people have to die? I remember in the days when one or two people died, the whole neighborhood was up. One of my biggest challenges, as quiet as it's kept, that the clergy coming out very slowly. They're not coming right out. I remember when I was coming up, something like this was jumping off in the community. The pastor was the first one on the front line. Like, what in the hell are y'all doing out here?
Especially someplace like Missouri, Illinois, and the Midwestern states, because there's a, that's a political religious organization. I mean, system or network there. Those
you just got the opportunists jumping out, the
right.
race baiters.
You know what, Nick, and who? Well, you saw what happened to Jesse Jackson, and you see how they're being received. We don't have. If we want to make it a racial situation and go back to that, we don't have a black leader to really stand up and say anything that has any credibility. The ones that could have credibility are being silent. Where's Colin Powell? The ones that are saying stuff.
He don't have any credibility anymore, bro.
Huh?
He doesn't have any credibility anymore.
Well, that's what I'm saying. They don't have any credibility. Look at people like Dick Gregory are so old that we know who he was, but nobody else does. People like Minister Farrakhan, his agenda. He's got his own agenda.
He spoke on it though.
I know. I saw that he spoke on it. But it's that same kind of slick snake oil salesman kind of rhetoric, and I don't mean that with any disrespect. It's just his delivery is not like President Obama. And speaking of him, President Obama is, he's not speaking up about this as he should, not as a black man, as a president. I mean, the whole country and the world is watching. He's not leading in this situation for whatever reason.
He's not supposed to. He's a sock puppet.
Well, somebody's supposed to tell a sock puppet to address the situations. Of course, we know
he is doing exactly what he is being told to do.
Man, you took the words right out of my mouth.
Nothing. Let it unfold.
You took the word right.
You know my whole take on this shit. They are gonna drop the EBT cards. They are gonna have a bank holiday. Everybody freaking out on each other.
Move your mic a little bit away from in front of your mouth. You're getting popping. Yeah, it's popping in front of your thing. But it is exactly the way somebody wants it to be. And if we want it to be different, we have to organize. First thing is organizing. I can't even get people. There are people who are pissed off at the fact that people would even protest this shooting. If the cops said that's what happened, they believe that's what happened. That's what happened. Period.
But that's always been since the dawn of time, man. Everybody has their cheerleaders and shit. Hey, I'm not saying cops are bad.
No.
I know a lot of cops. I think you should hang those fucking little scumbags that you have in your departments, that are causing the bad shit for everybody else. Put them on the front line.
Hold them to the same standard that a civilian would be held to. Because if one of us had to shoot somebody in the street, we would know going in that we're going to have to face the authorities on this and have to justify and prove that we were in the right. Police officers don't seem to have that even on their mind when they go to shoot. And that's why I put that clip up of the young man that was shot 9 times. Those cops drove up, jumped out the car with guns drawn. The young man was, at that point, 75 feet away. If he had a knife, the knife was so small that he had it in his pocket. And it's small enough to keep in his pocket. And then when he pulled it out, it was so small you couldn't tell what it was. So for them to not use the fact they have a vehicle as a shield, they've got non-lethal weapons first, from the baton to the taser to just wait for backup, and chase him around till you get somebody to surround him. They had all those things they could have done, and instead they just shot that cat to death. That's a travesty.
It's happening all over the place. Look at the guy in Staten Island, man.
So we have to assume that this is somebody. This is Craig's. This is your area. Somebody wants this to happen. Somebody wants everything exactly the way it is. Where's the money?
Follow the money, bro.
Where's the money, bro? Where's the money?
Money never lies. The stock market's, what is it now? 17,000. Kind of insanity is that? Silver's $19. Bro, nobody realizes they pump, all of this ridiculous nonsense. How do you trade $100 billion? How do you trade $100 billion in silver?
That's crazy.
High pressure trades, man. There's nobody like taking 1 ounce and then selling it for another ounce. This shit's algorithm. COMEX got nothing. London Bullion Market Association doesn't have anything. Everything now is electronic notes, man.
When you
That's
say
all it is.
When you say
they don't have the physical commodities. They don't have physical commodities.
When you're saying they don't have anything, what you're saying is the actual physical bullion is what is hard to locate. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying.
So you can't, they're moving it while they keep us distracted with beer and circuses. They're moving large sums of gold and silver bullion to parts unknown.
Gone. Gone. And then you're going to start getting into backwardation and all of that other stuff. And people think I'm batshit crazy, which I really don't care. I already know I'm batshit crazy. But I mean, we've been talking about this for how long, man? How long? 2000, what was it? 2005, I started, speaking and doing all those real estate conventions, trying to teach financial literacy through corporations and owner financing notes and coming to bank, and fell on deaf ears, bro. Nobody can give a shit about financial literacy.
Not until the fallout happens.
And what's going to happen is going to be too late, right?
Yep.
It's going to be too late. If you don't have silver now in your pocket, you don't have gold in your pocket right now, if you don't have rice, beans, bullets, whatever it is, any kind of physical commodity, you are screwed. And people laugh at me, and who cares?